Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Before starting, I would like to add a historic point here that in 19th century, Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose proved that plants have life. They breathe, eat, drink and reproduce. Also, they go under stress, get diseases, get sick and die. Unfortunately, plants won't talk and unable to tell us what hurts them. They always communicate with us by the sign language with different colors and patterns with their leaves. When they are suffering from a nutrient deficiency, if we don't understand, we might hurt them more by giving a wrong treatment. So in today's video, let's see how plants communicate their need through their leaves. In other words, by just looking at the plant leaves, we can figure out the issues of the plant and help them. In this video, we will focus on the below situations. Each of the below is a big topic, so I'm not going to elaborate in detail, but just tell you how to identify the problem and how to fix organically. Let's see how to identify various nutrient deficiencies. For nitrogen deficiency, the older leaves at the bottom of the plant turn into yellow first and gradually yellowing the leaves towards the top. And within the leaf, the inner leaf turns yellow first and yellowing moves towards outward. Here is the catch. If the whole leaf is yellow, it's tough to say whether it is due to nitrogen deficiency or others. So in early stage, if the inner leaf turns yellow first, then it is definitely due to nitrogen deficiency. So the solution is add nitrogen heavy soil or use organic fertilizers. The best way is to mix the coffee ground to the soil. You can watch my previous videos for more details on where to find coffee grounds for free of cost or beetroot fertilizer video for nitrogen. When there is potassium deficiency, the leaf edges turn bright yellow but the inner leaf stays green. Older leaves show symptoms first and the leaf edges turn brown. A couple of solutions. Liquid fertilizer from banana peels will have lots of potassium. You can watch my video zero cost liquid fertilizer from banana peels. Also, wood ash is another great source of potassium. You can add it to the soil. And coffee grounds is also an alternative. For phosphorus deficiency, the leaves turn into purple. You can see here purple color leaves on my tomato plants. You can use bone meal, organic compost, manure, which are excellent source of phosphorus, and clay soil and maintaining soil pH, etc. will help. For calcium deficiency, you can see the blueberry plant here and its leaves. Drying starts from the tips of the leaf and eventually the whole leaf will become dappled with these unpleasant spots. New leaves in pale and start to curl at the edges. Yellow or brown spots on leaf edges. Eggshells will have a lot of calcium. So adding eggshells to the soil as shown here is an option, or adding agricultural lime, which is calcium carbonate, is also an option, or you can alter the soil pH. The symptoms of zinc deficiency are intervenial chlorosis, necrotic spots and bronzing of the leaves. You can see my cluster beans plant leaves. Zinc is a micronutrient and needed very less. The solution is to add organic soil which is rich in zinc, and the non-organic way is to add zinc sulfate. Couple of other things can help are avoid overwatering, reduce the phosphorus, use lower pH solution. You can watch my video on how to lower pH of liquid. With sulfur deficiency, the new leaves will be small and turn light yellowish to green. Stems will be thin, hard and long. Adding manure to your soil is a solution. And Epsom salt is another option. Epsom salt is nothing but magnesium sulfate, which consists of magnesium, sulfur and oxygen. For iron deficiency, symptoms are prominent intervenial chlorosis or necrosis. Veins are prominent over the length of leaf. The veins can also become chlorotic. Symptoms appear on young leaves. Reducing the soil pH or make the soil acidic, add chelated iron or iron supplements are the solutions. The symptoms for magnesium deficiency include intervenial pale yellow mottling of the leaves followed by intervenial necrosis, chlorosis leading to dark brown necrosis, sometimes the leaves cupping upside. Add Epsom salt with water that provides magnesium to the plant. Early signs of manganese deficiency mimic an iron deficiency but on older leaves. Pale yellow leaves with mottled intervenial chlorosis leading to dark brown necrosis. We have gone through the 9 most common nutrient deficiencies out of total 18 essential elements that plant needs. Also, please note that many times the nutrients might be in the soil, but the roots may not be taking them. Whenever we discuss about nutrient deficiencies, it is better to discuss about chlorosis disease as it is interconnected. Iron and manganese are needed by plants to form chlorophyll and to complete photosynthesis. When they are not available to plants, they get chlorosis disease. Even you supply both iron and manganese to the soil, the roots won't take it unless the original disease is due to lack of iron and manganese in the soil. A common cause of chlorosis is a deficiency of iron or manganese, both of which are present but unavailable in high pH soils, where pH is more than 7.2. Excess of potassium, magnesium and phosphorus also contribute to chlorosis. When these are present in excess, these cause to take up inadequate amounts of micronutrients such as iron and manganese. Extreme temperatures, drought, poor drainage, restricted root growth further limit nutrient uptake in plants sensitive to chlorosis. Here you can see a combination of few for the chlorosis problem. Here is my grape plant growing well couple of months ago. Suddenly we have continuous rains for 10 to 15 days. This plant is in the slope where water drainage is poorly designed and lot of water stagnated for few days. The grape roots were suffocated. Also the soil pH was around 8, so the plant could not take any iron and manganese. So the leaves could not do the photosynthesis and hence the leaves became pale. You can see in this video. At this point of time, do not add any fertilizer. Stop watering until it is dry. Then add the acidic organic fertilizer from kitchen waste to increase the pH little bit in the soil. You can watch my video how to prepare acidic solution. Next is aeration. Dig few inches at the roots and add little bit of dry organic soil so that they can breathe. Now you can see the new leaves coming good without any deficiency. It was a combination of poor drainage, overwatering, high soil pH and also root rot disease. Now let's see why leaves are turning yellow and how to fix them. And I know many of you must be interested and waiting to see this. There are several number of reasons for this. Overwatering, underwater, stress caused by temperature changes, soil conditions, lack of proper nutrients, pests, disease, the age of the plant, root damage, etc. So among them we will discuss the most common ones and how to identify them. So first one is overwatering. When overly wet soil, as I explained earlier, roots can't breathe and they suffocate. They stop delivering water and nutrients plant needs. Some plants, it will start with chlorosis, but many plants, all the leaves turn yellow. Underwater or drought also has similar effect. With too little water, plants can't take up the nutrients. With the finger test, you can find out this. Insert your finger few inches into the soil. If it is cool and moist or wet, that means overwatering. It might be because of poor drainage, so do not water the plants and wait until it is dry. If it is completely dry, that means underwatering. Next one is nutrient deficiency, especially nitrogen deficiency. We just discussed at the beginning of this video about this. The older leaves at the bottom turn into yellow first and gradually yellowing the leaves towards the top. Within the leaf, the inner leaf turns yellow first and yellowing moves towards outward. And next one is potassium deficiency, iron deficiency, magnesium deficiency, sulfur deficiency. For all these 4 types, we just discussed at the beginning of the video. And number 8, age-old leaves. Sometimes a plant simply lets a leaf die off because it's time to put energy into making new leaves. So if there is only one older leaf that is discoloring, then do not worry about this. Root damage. Few reasons for the root damage are extensive period of overwatering, root diseases like root rot, fungi or bacterial attack, pests attacking the roots, etc. Once the roots are severely damaged, the survival chance of the plants is very less. The leaves turn yellow at the early to mid stage. So if you identify, then you can save the plant. The 10th one, last one, compacted root. If the plant is in a pot and compacted roots, you can change the plant to a bigger pot. If it is outdoor and compacted landscape, soil inhibits water, oxygen and nutrient movements. So roots cannot function properly and problems manifest as yellow leaves. Improve soil compaction by aeration. The last topic is why leaves are turning white. You can see here these leaves are not getting any sunlight. Without sunlight, the photosynthesis won't happen and so leaves are white. In other words, chlorophyll absorbs the red and blue light from sunlight and reflects green light. Since there is no sunlight, the leaves are white. Also, please note that there are few other reasons for discoloring leaves due to disease, fungi, bacteria and pests, etc., which we did not discuss today, but mostly for backyard gardening, those are less common. I just want to reiterate that even it is organic fertilizer, never give the high or strong dosage. Always remember, plants are just like us. So know about the plant, try a little, test it and gradually increase. Hope you understand what leaves are trying to convey you. And now, with this knowledge, you can help them when they need. Thank you for watching.